Why is it vital to grasp the concept of property rights in a marriage? Let's delve into a hypothetical story that might shed some light on this matter. Imagine a couple, Jack and Jill. They fell in love, tied the knot, and embarked on the beautiful journey of matrimony. Along the way, they acquired a charming little house on a hill. Now, this house, according to the Matrimonial Property Act of 1984, falls under what is known as the community of property regime. What does that mean? Well, it simply implies that both Jack and Jill have equal rights over this property. Should their marriage encounter turbulent weather and end in divorce, the house would be split equally between them. But suppose, before their wedding, Jack and Jill, in their wisdom, had decided to sign what is known as an anti-nuptial contract. This contract would allow them to retain their individual assets and debts separate throughout their marriage. In this scenario, if they decided to part ways, the house on the hill, assuming it was initially Jack's property, would remain with Jack, and Jill would retain her own assets. Now, of course, life isn't always as simple as a nursery rhyme, and sometimes the division of assets and debts in a divorce can be a complex affair. That's where the court steps in. According to the Matrimonial Property Act of 1984, the court can divide the couple's assets and debts in a manner that it deems fair. So, what's the crux of the Matrimonial Property Act of 1984? First, in the absence of an antinuptial contract, all assets and debts acquired during the marriage are shared equally between the spouses, under the community of property regime. Second, if the couple signs an antinuptial contract, they can choose to keep their assets and debts separate throughout the marriage. And third, in the event of a divorce, the court has the authority to divide the couple's assets and debts in a way that it considers fair. In essence, the Matrimonial Property Act of 1984 serves as a protective shield, ensuring that both spouses are treated fairly, particularly during the unfortunate event of a divorce. It's a complex law indeed, but understanding the basics can provide a solid foundation for anyone considering tying the knot. After all, knowledge is power, and in this case, it could mean the difference between a fair split and a bitter divide.